Hello, Mr. Wolver here. Looking at 2.1 rational numbers. Your video on this. A rational number, as it says here, is a number that can be written a over b, where a and b are integers. Basically, what we're talking about is some kind of fraction. I give you examples here. 4 over 5, 4/5, obviously a fraction, so that's considered a rational number. You take a look at a decimal point, 0.5, 0.5, excuse me, a decimal. That's considered a rational number. I can turn that into a fraction. That is 5/10, so that would become 5 over 10. I've written it as a fraction. Of course, I can reduce that to 1/2, but either way, we're talking about a rational number. Just a simple number of -3. -3 is a rational number because I could put that over 1, and I have written it as a fraction. So anything that you can put in as a fraction is considered a rational number. Alright, let's look at a few examples of some different rational numbers and what we can do with them. Obviously, we have a couple examples here. Write -2 1/4 as a decimal, and then write 5/11 as a decimal. -2 1/4 as a decimal, easiest way of that is turn that into an improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so I'm looking at -9/4. When I go ahead and divide 9 divided by 4, I am going to get 2.25, and that of course is a negative, so -2.25 would be my answer there. 5/11 as a decimal, I take the 5, divide by the 11. Of course, the easiest way to do this with the calculator now that you're allowed to do that. That goes in there 4 times. Sorry, my pen's not working very well here. That's 44. I got 6 left over. That goes in there 4 times. 55, 5. This thing's just going to repeat itself, and it becomes a repeating decimal of 0.4545. So I would write the answer of 0.5 with a line over it to show that that repeats. Alright, just another example here. Write -0.26 as a fraction. That's 26 hundredths because it's the second place. Remember, the first is the tens, and then we have hundredths. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it right over 100. That can be reduced, so that becomes a negative. I'm going to reduce this by, divide that by 2 is a -13 over, divide the 100 by 2 is 50, so I'm looking at -13/50ths for a fraction, simplest form. Table shows elevations of 4 sea creatures relative to sea level. Which of the sea creatures are deeper than the whale? Explain. We've got 4 different numbers, rational numbers here, that we want to look at and figure out which ones are bigger than the whale. Here's the whale. -0.8 would be -8/10, which of course reduces down to -4/5. I then can compare it with the other things. Now, we've got to go back to what we talked about with number lines and where we are on this. If I'm at 1, here is -1. -4/5 is going to be in this area. I've got to compare where the others are. -13/10. Let's turn that into a mixed number. It would be -1, and excuse me. We've got 3/10 left over. Well, that's going to obviously be on this side of the number line of the -1. -2 1/5 is going to be down here, and the shark would be -2/11. That's right here. So, where are we here? -2 1/5 was the squid. Yeah, it's right there. We have the anglerfish being -1 3/10. We have the shark right here, and that leaves the whale right there. Okay, just again, rational numbers, looking at fractions and comparing them. Here are some practice problems I want you to do for class. I want you to show up and have these rational numbers written as a decimal. Good luck, and see you soon.